Welcome to the Psychic Holistic Spotlight. I'm Bill Hannon, your host tonight, teaming up with Kathy Costa, and we're having a discussion with Nadine, one of Kathy's friends, and we're going to be talking about things of interest that they have shared for years. So, Nadine, hello, good to see you.
Hi, Bill.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me to be on your spotlight.
Yes, good choice. Yes, Kathy.
Well, thank you for having us as well. So thank you for coming. So how did you, I know you've been doing this a while.
Oh, yeah.
So how long ago did you get started though? How did you know you had a pull toward this stuff?
You don't always know.
Yeah.
It's just who you are. Part of what I help people do is to discover their difference, from other people when I'm doing readings. But when I was 12, we used to go to the grocery store, us kids, with my mother. And I don't know if you remember, but there were these little booklets at the counter.
Oh, yeah.
And my mother would let me have a booklet so that I would be quiet while she did her shopping.
Yeah.
I like to read, And all my booklets, I looked at them later, I had astrology, numerology, all these kinds of things. And it was
Really?
fun.
What kind of store is this?
It was just the grocery store.
Really? Wow.
Star Market.
Oh, I remember that. My
Yeah.
wife used to work there.
Yeah. And so there was this one booklet, and it said, "Your future in 36 cards."
Ooh, spooky.
So I took it, and I put all the cards out, and I was just doing whatever it was I was supposed to do, and it was fun. So then I made it shorter because it was too much work. And whenever I was invited to parties, birthday parties and things like that, because I was very introverted, I did that.
Yeah.
So I just put the cards out and, gave me something to say, something to talk about.
Sure.
So then when I was 14, I went to Baptist summer camp and stayed over right by the ocean.
Right.
New England Baptist Council.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did that because that's how I met people. And when they had a fundraiser while I was up there, the ministers asked me to be a gypsy and do readings.
Oh, that's
what they
interesting.
Said. That's what they said.
That is interesting.
I said, okay. So I'm doing my thing and not thinking much of it. And halfway through, I started to get hungry. I'm 14. And so as I tried to leave, the big long line of people wouldn't let me go.
Yeah.
And they said that whatever it was that I was doing was real, and they wanted their turn.
Yeah. Wow. At 14.
I thought, well, I guess so.
Yeah.
And
Readings for food.
yeah, well, I was just a kid,
Yeah,
It's like
of
I've done
course.
enough work.
Yes, right.
And then when I was a little older, I remember something that happened that really let me know that something was going on with me.
Yeah.
I was home from college, and at the same time, my aunt, my mother's sister, was staying at the house.
Okay.
So I was upstairs, and I came home late because I had a boyfriend. And so I was there, and I fell asleep. And at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I heard my aunt, because she was staying down the hall. And I heard her scream. So I woke up. I said, "Auntie, you okay?" I didn't hear anything. Went back to sleep. Woke up around 10. Went downstairs. My aunt was in the kitchen with my mother. I went to make my cereal. And I heard my aunt telling my mother, "Oh, I had this awful dream last night," and I screamed. And I turned around and said, "Yeah, I heard you."
Yeah.
And she said, "No, you didn't." I said, "What do you mean? I heard you. I asked if you were okay, but you didn't answer me." She says, "Nadine, I didn't stay here last night." I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Different
Okay.
radio frequency.
know?
A different channel.
Yes. So after that, I was paying a lot more attention.
Yeah. I'd say.
going on.
I'd say. Oh my
and to the
goodness.
readings and such.
Wow.
But yeah, and so things like that have happened all my life. And because I started doing these things when I was 12, I didn't have a process. I didn't have things that I had to do to make it happen. It
Right.
just happened naturally when I
Right.
sat down
Yeah.
to do it.
Right.
So that
right,
was
right.
kinda cool.
So you just
Yeah.
threw the switch,
Just threw the switch.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great to be that spontaneous.
Well, when you do things as a kid, I think
Right.
It's more natural.
Right.
And you don't
Well,
question
it is natural, right,
Right? You don't
exactly.
question it. And when you're older, you do.
Right.
And I've had people that try to learn these things, and
Right.
anybody can learn, actually, but they're so developed in their left brain that
Right.
they can't allow
Exactly.
themselves to go in any
Exactly.
other direction. And
Right.
they have a hard time.
Well, even if they wanted to, they just don't realize the concept of the right brain, left brain
Yeah,
connection.
yeah.
But the fact that you spent probably more time in
Trying
the
to
left
figure
brain.
it out. Yeah.
Right. And it just came natural to you.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I did, and you want more history?
And I think that's good for now. I think that's good for now. So, so what I find though too, though, is that like the more logic-minded someone is, like the architecture of the
that's what I meant by left.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right,
the same.
right.
Yeah, they have a harder time with it though.
Right.
The
Right.
people that are like
Right.
more emotional stuff, it's a little easier.
Right.
But
Right.
our brain's always looking for the rationale for everything though too. So
Right.
as an adult,
Right.
then it's harder.
Sure.
Yeah, when you're a
Sure.
kid though, you don't think about that kind of stuff when you're a kid.
Well, right. Well, again, it's spontaneous. And
Yeah.
the thing is that, I mean, I went to parochial school, and the thing is, I mean, if you were left-handed,
Oh, yeah.
the nuns would be walking
Yep.
around, and they just
Yep, the
rack your
ruler.
knuckles with a ruler because,
Yeah.
was considered
you're supposed
bad.
to. That's the hand of the devil. You got to,
Use the right hand, yeah.
You're right-handed, and basically what they were doing was they were kind of shutting that down.
Yeah.
Your spontaneity, spontaneity, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know that does mess with your brain though when I was forced that way.
That must
Right.
be really tough.
Yeah, two of my uncles though went through that though too though. They had a hard time with that though. Yeah.
Cooling down.
Yeah.
Well, the way I explain it to people is that you have two operating systems, just like a computer, you
Yeah.
might have two. And the operating system that comes with the body, I call it the container, that one is where the brain, that is the brain, and it works on logic, and it works through your five senses. And if you don't experience it through one of your five senses, then you don't experience it.
Right.
It doesn't
Okay.
exist.
Right, okay.
But we all know that we get things that are not through our brain.
Yeah.
When you know
You
that
can't
something
quite
has
explain.
happened, but you weren't there.
Right.
And so that's when your other processor kicks in, your sixth sense, and that's your connection to all that is,
Okay.
to your connection to source.
Yeah. The other body in
Your
a way.
spirit.
Yeah.
Your spirit.
Yeah.
And so your spirit tells you things, and it doesn't need the five senses to do that.
Yeah, like that random. Like, I'm thinking about this friend I haven't thought about in a while. Oh, let me just give them a call.
Right,
Come to
right,
find out
right.
they were thinking of you too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like things
Yeah.
like that though. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the
Yeah.
phone rings. I was just thinking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
those-
definitely there, and I think I have not met a person who has not had an experience
Yeah.
like that.
Something. Yeah.
Right.
But some
Something.
people can't be convinced,
Right. Right.
you know.
Right.
But that's okay too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay too.
Your DOS system or your RAM system, your
Yeah.
rack
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
back in
yeah,
the
that's
day,
old
yeah.
too, right?
Yeah. Those I remember.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
right,
do,
right,
we
right,
do. Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of people have been, asking you for readings over the years or since then, though, because your name
Right.
gets out there, though, and stuff.
Well, when I opened my store, that's when it all began.
Yeah,
I had been to college, and I had a restaurant, and I had helped with a veterinary practice. So I'd done a lot of different things. But I used to say to myself, but what's my thing?
Yeah.
And it always came back to, I love doing readings. Well, what do I do with that? So that's when I said, okay, I'm going to try opening a store. And when I did, it all happened, and I got to do readings all the time.
yeah,
And I enjoy it. Every time I do a reading, I feel energized, And I believe in the synchronicity of readings, too.
Yeah.
That if you come to me and I do your reading, there are things in that reading that are meant for me as well.
yeah. That's happened
Oh.
a few times with me, though, too. It's like, oh, this is message for me, though, too. Like, keeps
That's
coming
right.
up, and see a lot of themes, though, too. Though, when there's like a lot of readings in one day.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Oh, that's hard.
yeah.
Isn't it hard?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, we've been over this a few times.
Yeah. And sometimes they get confused.
Yeah.
Do you ever have that happen?
It's like, did we talk about this yet, though? And they look at me sometimes like, okay.
Oh.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I had a fun one. There were 16 people,
Ooh.
and it was a long, long time ago. And there were, I'm just telling you this for reference now, but everybody had dark hair except for two. Two were
Okay.
blondes. I didn't know that. I had never seen these people. They just came in one at a time. So the first blonde came in, And I was reading, and I said, "Oh," I said, "I see a uniform. Looks like a stewardess uniform. Are you a stewardess?" She said, "Oh no, I'm not. Nothing like that." I said, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Yeah,
So then
woman.
a few more brunettes came
Yeah,
along,
yeah.
and then another blonde came.
Oh, okay.
Guess who was a stewardess?
Yes, that's right. Wow.
You know, and it wasn't something common, so
Yes.
it wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
How many people? Right.
like,
exactly.
oh, here we go,
Yeah.
crisscross. Yeah.
Yeah, that has happened though, especially when it's like a child, like the other, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, a child kept coming to me. He wasn't even 10, a child came to me in spirit.
Oh, yes, yes.
And he wasn't even 10 years old, so it's like I still couldn't find out who he belongs to though. So I
Oh,
hope,
wow.
Yeah. Usually that doesn't happen though, but I
Yeah,
think I
that's-
know who it goes to though. So it's like I'm talking to him in a couple of days though, so we'll see. I'm hoping though that I find the person though that it belongs to.
Right.
But yeah, that's something similar to that though. Yeah, it's just
Well-
kids are a little bit harder than adults, but you know when I see them. But yeah, so it's like
But maybe it's meant to be that way. I've always found that if something isn't going the way I think it should, it's still going the way it's supposed to.
yeah,
I've heard you
Okay.
say that before. That things
yeah.
go the way they're supposed to go.
yeah,
Right?
and they do.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
Yeah, even if we fight it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the older I get, the less I fight those things anymore. And even if it seems like the strangest thing in the world to say to a person, I say it.
Yeah.
And most of the time,
It does end up happening that way though. Even if you get the funny look. Yeah.
yeah, not even a happening, but some crazy thing that, you know, you think, oh no, what am I talking about? But there it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it makes sense to them.
Right,
Life
right.
is
Well,
stranger
again,
than you
again,
think.
they're reacting with their conscious mind. You're sharing something with them from the subconscious mind or source, and so what's happening is they don't recognize it.
oh
And
no, I'm
they're
saying they
just
do recognize it.
Oh,
I'm saying
okay.
I feel silly talking about it.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
If I see a monkey on your shoulder, you know,
Yeah.
how do you say that to
Yeah.
somebody? And I heard somebody do this once, and it was true.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
Does it have a monkey on their shoulder?
they had a pet.
Oh, my
pet monkey?
goodness.
Yeah. So
That's
so
wild.
you know,
Yeah.
Did he have a little organ grinder? Or something?
I don't know. I wasn't the one seeing the monkey, but I observed the person reading.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that is so cool.
That was like, okay,
That
I get
is
it.
so
And
cool.
it was a good message and a good lesson. It's like,
Yeah.
just come out with it,
Right.
you know?
Right, right.
I always say the closest thing to your intuition is your imagination.
Very true. I
And
agree with that.
actually, Einstein said that too.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I must have picked it up through the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
I just
so,
saw a bumper sticker on the back of somebody's car
what did it say?
about imagination.
Yeah.
Was that you? Is it
Oh,
your car?
I think I do have something like that. I'm like,
I said, oh my God, that is so cool. You know?
yeah, I love bumper stickers. Every summer I collect a few more.
Yeah.
so there's a theory about that though, about Einstein saying stuff like that
Oh,
though.
not
like,
about bumper stickers.
No, I know. Because like you know the greatest people in history like Mozart, Einstein, though they've
Right.
actually had help from spirit
Oh, yeah.
to deal with this life
Absolutely.
because they were so
Exactly.
gifted.
Right.
So
and
they
they
just
said it too. Well,
Yeah.
Einstein said it. I don't know if Mozart did.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Mozart did though, but Einstein, yeah, he
He's a little
definitely did.
kookier.
Right.
Well, you know, the smarter someone is, though, the crazier they look. You know.
That's true too.
right.
That's true too.
So.
Well,
yeah.
he used to daydream a lot.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay, so that would make sense then.
So
Yeah.
he's
Daydream.
going from conscious
Einstein.
to
Oh, Einstein.
yeah, he used to daydream a lot.
Yep.
And so, he'd be coming out of a daydream state.
Right, right.
And
That's
he's
where
just
it came
bringing
from.
his idea forward.
That's
Yeah.
where it came
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
Spirit must have been
amazing.
talking to him through the daydream.
Yeah. The more you can connect,
Yeah.
the more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So has it ever happened with you that where like something kind of plays out in your mind, but you know it's not really like just your mind just kind of spacing and end up like going for the person that you're reading with? Kind of like how like a movie kind of plays in your mind. That's
Okay.
so
Oh, I
someti-
get things before the person
Yeah.
comes in, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't pay a lot of attention to it until I'm sitting down and go, oh,
Yeah, okay.
that's what this was for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens, but it happens to me because I ignore my own stuff. Do you ignore your own stuff?
I tend to doubt it a lot when
There
it
you
gets
go.
stuff to me. Yeah.
you go.
It's like, wait,
There
no,
you
this
go.
doesn't seem right though, because like my anxiety gets in the way.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about things that like that. I'm talking about, this is what I remember. I remember leaving the house to go to work, whatever I was doing. Beautiful day, absolutely beautiful day. And my eye caught the umbrella. I look at the umbrella, and the umbrella seemed to be saying, take me, take me. I'm like, no, it's a beautiful day, I'm not taking you. As soon as I got to where I was going, a downpour came. I'm like, why didn't I listen? I try to listen, but
I have to say I'm becoming more and more aware of stuff like that.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And I say something happens, and then I realize, well, I had a thought about that.
Yeah.
And it seems to be becoming more and more frequently. Yeah. And so I say to myself now, so am I supposed to pay attention to every thought I have?
Right.
I mean,
Well, no, not every thought.
Yeah.
How about the ones that aren't connected? In other words, they're not connected to what you were doing, right? When something
Right.
comes in and it's out of nowhere,
Right.
that's the one you listen to.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you have to do it if it's saying you
Right.
should do, but you should just kind of say, hey, wait a minute.
Right. Well, I'm just saying it's like a passing thought, and then I realize
Right.
that something happens, and I realize the connection. I say, son,
Yep, I know what you say.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, do you ever listen to channels?
Like a YouTube channel?
No. People who channel information.
I haven't in a while, but I have before.
Right?
Yes.
Abraham Hicks.
Yes.
Right? And recently, I started paying attention to Bashar.
I haven't heard of him.
It's amazing information, but he claims to be an extraterrestrial talking through.
Right.
I've heard that. People do that, though.
Right?
Yeah, I've heard
Yes.
people
But
do
he
that.
even said himself, whether that's true or not, it's still good information.
Yeah.
And that's the philosophy that I take.
Yeah.
I don't know if I go for the extraterrestrial idea, but I do
Right.
like some of the things he says.
Right.
And the reason I brought that up is because channeling is sort of what I do, but I'm not channeling a person or a specific entity
Yeah.
That's right.
or an angel
That's
or anything
right.
like that. I'm connecting.
Right.
Connected.
It's like instead of turning it to a channel or listening to that station, you're actually turning the channel, and then you
Like
get
the
different
tuning,
information. So you get different information from this channel. This
Okay.
person wanting to share an idea with you from the other
But
side.
I wasn't really identifying it as an individual.
Right.
And a lot of my take on what happens when you die and things like
Yeah,
that
right.
is different from other people because I don't see the individuality that other people see.
Okay.
And I do believe that past, present, and future are simultaneous, and that's why
Right.
reading the future is even possible.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I get that, but I still have a hard time being, in a this date, that date, this date.
Oh,
that
the
date.
time part.
Yes.
Well, I don't think we can necessarily understand it. We just
Right.
either accept it or we don't.
Right. Okay.
Accept it or reject it. And it's not going to affect our lives.
That's right. And-
Anyway,
Right.
but that's how I see it. And so when people claim that a specific entity is working, I have a little bit of trouble with that because I don't.
It's
I
not
don't
your
see-
experience, yeah.
It's not how I see it. And
Right.
even though I don't understand how it could possibly be without that individuality, I still believe that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, there's trans mediums, though, so it is possible.
Right. Right. But what they're bringing through is that spirit or whatever that was and or is.
Right.
Not necessarily in
Like
the
specific for somebody, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, so, all right, so I get what you're saying. So my concept of how, right mind, left mind, linear, nonlinear. I'm kind of getting what you're saying is basically you're receiving the information, but it has no.
Well, I'm saying we
Pinpoint
still
in time.
exist
Oh,
in the
obviously.
past
Yes.
and the present. Even if we've crossed over, we still
Right.
exist.
Right.
And so when we speak to the other side, we're speaking to the spirit that still exists, although we think that we don't exist anymore. And so I also believe that we cross over and we go into a collective so that we remain as individual experience,
Right.
but we're also part of something bigger,
Oh, yeah,
like
right.
cells of a
The
a
mass
bigger
consciousness, yeah.
Right.
organism.
Right.
So I know wrapping my brain around it myself is hard. So.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, because
right.
it doesn't work that way on this side.
Right,
You know, because it's just
exactly.
like, yeah, because
But
like,
it is different on the other side.
Yeah,
You agree?
absolutely.
And people don't understand
Yeah.
that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know? When
So
we
it-
say Uncle Bob is playing golf, it doesn't mean he's really playing golf. It means he's representing himself as playing golf because that's how you know him, and that's how you'll know that you're speaking. with him.
Okay.
yeah, because there's a few clients have like questions like, well, we don't have the body anymore, so how are they doing? I'm like, well, they're coming through in a way though that you would understand them to be.
That's exactly,
You know,
Right.
yeah.
exactly
Right,
what
right,
I feel.
right, right, right.
Because it does happen all three dimensions of time, though. It does happen all at the same time
Sure,
there.
sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
yeah.
You know,
And
but here it's just linear, just in
Right.
one direction. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
again, I think some of the stuff like brought forward by Hicks in the past was that, you know, when you pass, you and I don't want to misquote because I'm
it's
just
all right.
saying a concept of you do things when you pass initially on the other side, doing things that you enjoy doing while you were here, such as fishing
Or maybe you
golfing.
experience the feeling of it without having to have fish and a hook and a.
Right,
Yeah,
You know?
the physical aspect of it. Yeah.
right.
And I have something to ask. So, in your experience with entities on the other side or spirit on the other side, however you look at it, do you feel that I feel that it's entirely bliss? I don't feel any negativity on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that every time
Yeah.
when I
Isn't
go for
that
reading. Yes.
incredible? And we still have the belief on this earth plane that there's punishment on the other side, and
Oh, yeah.
and
That's a
and
lot
that-
of the conditioning.
right.
I think, I mean, from what you're getting to right now, I think we're probably the harshest judge on ourselves.
Well, we have a contrast here. So everything is up or down, left or right, good or bad, this or that.
Yeah.
But when we cross over, it's not like that, it's bliss.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we come here, to experience that.
Yeah, to choose
You
where
know?
to know what it feels like on this side, and to
Yes.
experience this
And to
side.
The
experience that.
experience.
Yeah.
To experience,
Right.
to experience
And
the
for growth.
emotions. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
Yeah,
and so
this
it's
is-
cool.
So a lot of times I tell my clients like this is the worst hell we actually go through. That's
Yeah.
on this side.
We create our own.
Yeah, we
Right.
do. You know, and it's like even the people that like they pass away from like suicide or mental
Right.
health concerns, physical ailments, stuff.
Right.
That all goes away. And I've had a lot of people ask me about that. Though. Like it's just they may
Right.
come through experiencing that though,
Right.
but when we're there, that all goes away when our body dies.
Right, it's a
Right.
story,
Yeah.
and that's what we're here for, to write a story.
Yeah.
Every day, the page is filled with whatever it is that we do.
Yeah.
And in the end, we have all those stories.
Yeah.
And when you finish a book,
Yeah.
it's the end of that.
I like the way that's put though, because a lot of times it's like a lot of people ask, like, well, do they know everything that's happened? I'm like, yeah. When we cross over, I've had some of the spirits actually tell me they go through the life review.
Right.
So they
Right.
see everything and how it impacted everyone else around them.
Right,
Right.
no judgment.
No, that's the best part in my opinion. It's like, it's okay, well, this is what happened. We can work on this in the next life. Because I know that's a whole different conversation with past
Right.
lives and reincarnation.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, so it's like we know what it's like, though, and we learn how it affected everybody else when we were here during
That's
that
cool.
review.
We have the whole global view.
Yeah.
Right, you step
Right.
back as a third person.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're able to observe everything unfolding in front of you.
Yeah.
Right.
But I still think that, well, it's just me. I still think that there's still some type of emotional, if you intentionally harm somebody emotionally, physically, yeah. But I think emotional has the strongest connection. That you have to experience that.
Right, and I had a teacher, psychic development, when I was 21 years old,
Yep.
who said, we come back to experience all facets of life. Sometimes you're the victim, and sometimes you're the perpetrator.
Yes.
That's a nice way to put that, because I've seen that too, yeah.
Right?
Right.
And so
Right, you
they're
can see it.
equal.
Right.
They're equal. There's
Right.
no good, better, best. Which doesn't mean you should I shouldn't try to have a good life and,
Right.
and do good things, but
Right.
but that's what this experience is about. It's a roller coaster.
Right.
You know?
Nadine, it's great being able to kind of go through chafe of what you're experiencing and what we've kind of experienced. I really appreciate you being here.
It's fun to find people to talk to about these things.
Right, and I share this with our audience in Psychic Holistic Spotlight.
Right.
Thank you for being here to observe this dialogue, and we appreciate it. So thank you again.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm working now on a different project because I closed my store, the
Okay.
Cosmic Cat. I closed it in 2020, and I still do readings, but I want to do something more. So I'm putting together a sort of an advertising vehicle.
Okay.